Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I'm Orphides with Mending Hearts Counseling, and in today's video we're going to continue to do Q&A. Today's question is all about how to reprogram the subconscious mind, and this is a really good one because the subconscious mind is the bitch that you want to reprogram. If there's anything that you want to reprogram in this lifetime, it is your subconscious mind, because it runs 95% of our neuron firing signals that exist within our body, and there's trillions of them. We have so many neurons and so many signals that they fire every day, releasing neurotransmitters here, neurotransmitters there, all the time. And if you think about your ANS, also known as the autonomic nervous system, it runs on autopilot, much like your kidneys when they filter everything that you're drinking, your digestive system, your lymphatic system, your heart, and your oxygen circulating system. Like, everything runs on autopilot, including our subconscious mind that fires signals to our body day in and day out automatically. Where do the signals come from? They come from our childhood conditioning. We are born, when we're born, we are full of unconditional love. We don't have any fear. We come into this world expecting to be loved and to be cherished and to be all the things that we are looking for as adults. And unfortunately, many times in our childhood, we don't receive that. So there's about 40% of us, according to studies, that have not had a chance to have a secure attachment style when they were children. And there is a test that you can take called the Adverse Childhood Experience Test. It's called the ACE. That's the acronym for it, the ACE test. And that will give you a score out of 10. And then you can guesstimate where you stand on that test and how much of the programming that you have received as a child is actually running your subconscious mind in a really unhelpful way and brings in really horrible experiences for you. Because that's what happens at the end of the day, is when we are not loved and cherished as children the way that we are supposed to. And this makes me so emotional, because when I reflect back to my childhood and all that I had to deal with, not that I'm a victim by any means, I don't think of myself as a victim, but I never heard "I love you." There was no hug. There was all sorts of abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, verbal abuse, and then there was other types of abuses from outside my immediate family. It is of no wonder that my subconscious mind run on, you're unworthy, you're not good enough, you're bound to be rejected, you're bound to be alone, you're unlovable, you like not anything enough. I spent my entire life thinking that I am not good enough, and what would happen is, because my subconscious mind was running on those unhelpful core beliefs, is that people would come in and they would show me what I felt about myself and what I thought about myself. And usually for me, that relationship is with the masculine energy. So the masculine energy would pretty much represent who my mother was to me, and God bless her, she went through her own stuff. I don't blame her either. But until I understood that's how this shit works. It works by the dynamic relationships that you have in your life, where they highlight all the things that make you feel shit about yourself, is what your subconscious programming is running on. So the question that I received, how do you reprogram your subconscious mind? Once you understand what your subconscious mind is running on, based on experiences that you are having in my case for me with the masculine energy, then and only then was I able to know what it is that I needed to reprogram in the first place, because neuroplasticity is a thing. If you think about it, say for example for me, for 40 years, right? Like I left my house when I was 18, so 18 years of that conditioning. I acquire all these core beliefs. My subconscious mind is always running on, you're not enough, you're unlovable, you're bound to be rejected, you're bound to be alone. So here I am trying to overachieve and find love in ways that were not coming. Like, I didn't understand that I needed to love myself. I felt like by being an overachiever, someone eventually would approve of me and love me because I was still searching for that mother figure. So I find myself in a relationship where everything that I had subconsciously acquired is now being reflected back to me by my partner. So the same pattern of abuse continues. So imagine yourself now for 40 years of receiving the same messaging. That firing of those signals is so strong that it was of no wonder that my life was running how it was, because the autonomic nervous system that run me was terrible. There was nothing great about it. So once I understood why my life was the way that it was, I went to work to reprogram my subconscious mind. The first thing I did is gratitude. Well, after I understood, obviously, what my subconscious mind was running on, right? All the unhelpful core beliefs that I was mentioning before. Then the first thing I did was gratitude. I lived and breathed gratitude for, I like they say, start from 21 to 60 days to reprogram your mind, because that's what neuroplasticity means. You're creating new pathways in your neurological system. So imagine if you have these pathways that run all the time for 40 years, it will take effort and work to undo them and create new pathways, but it doesn't mean that you cannot do that. It's almost like if you gained a pound for every year that you lived, it doesn't mean that you can't lose those pounds. It just means it's gonna just be work and effort. So I went to work to reprogram my subconscious mind by gratitude, and I started by listing gratitude for everyone that I held resentment for. That was the best way for me to free myself from that experience and be out of victim mentality. Therefore, I could not blame my mother or any other masculine energy that was reflecting back my core wounds, so then I wouldn't stay into resentment and go back into gratitude. And for any of you out there that I may have, I'm so sorry. I want to go back into gratitude, because I never want to be that person to feel resentful for any experiences that I've had, for anyone that has come into my life to make me a better version of who I am. Okay, so I lived and breathed gratitude, and then I did affirmations, and my affirmations were all about I love you, about to myself. I did the Louise Hay 21-day program, and I literally looked at myself in the mirror every day and I said, I love you. And I gave myself so much love, and I did a meditation every night that was around self-love. And then the gratitude, I did it for at least 60 days, written out every day, the things that I was grateful for, the people that I was holding resentment for. And then it switched over to my life, things that I was grateful for in my life. Every day, every morning, I would write out 10 things that I'm grateful for that I have in my life. And then things about myself that I'm grateful for. I would write out the things that I was grateful for me. And then I also learned that if you also write out the reason why you're grateful to those people that you may have had resentment for once upon a time, to things in your life and about yourself. And believe it or not, I've had clients that I practice gratitude with, and they can't even find one thing to come to the table to be grateful for. So you can see where one person can start and where they can end up. Now there's like countless things that I'm grateful for every day. That's number one. Then the affirmations, all the self-love. Then I meditate almost every day. A lot of my meditation is safety in relationships. I Google things on YouTube for free, really. There's so many beautiful meditations out there. I am affirmations, heal your unworthiness meditations, I am good enough meditations. Mine are all around this sort of, patterning of bringing in experiences and or people that continue to show me that I'm just bound to be alone and bound to be rejected. So I also had to work on my rejection and my abandonment wounds, and I did some energy healing and some breath work because the body also keeps the score. Our emotions do get stored in our body. So all the shame that I acquired as a child, it lived so deep within me. So then when situations would arise that would bring out that shame in me, I understood that if I go and do breath work, I can actually release it, and then I don't have to hold on to it anymore because it wasn't mine to begin with. I never asked for these things to be given to me. Or maybe I did, now that I understand that as a soul, I chose this path and I wanted to experience life in this way. So then I can help the other 40% of the population that experienced childhood like me, so I can help free them from these unhelpful patterns and dynamic relationships, in particular with the opposite sex when we're adults, when it comes to romance. So then we can, release that programming that runs our subconscious mind, and we keep attracting in that same person. So this is what I did to reprogram my subconscious mind. And I do have to say, based on my last experience, that I've come a long way. I've definitely come a long way. And I do believe in this work because, I've experienced it, and it is true, and it is so magical. And once you get there, you can't even believe that you birthed this new reality for yourself. Neuroplasticity is a thing. It is real. 31 days to 6 days minimum of continuing the same positive, helpful pattern, meditation, affirmation, gratitude. And then if that's not enough, because maybe you're someone like me who on the AC test scored 8 out of 10, you have a little bit extra work to do, such as breath work or energy healing, yoga, whatever it is. These are the ways that you can access your subconscious mind, and you can release your old programming and replace it with new programming, and you can live your happily ever after and create your new self-concept that you are lovable, you are enough, you are everything, you are a priority, you are it, you are it, you got this, you can do this. If I can do it, anyone else can do it. And I know that others have it even, or have had it even worse than me. There's, in different countries, or them getting an 8 out of 10 is in a different way, or they're a 10 out of 10. I'm not saying by any means that I'm this sort of, but I'm just saying, like, if I can do it, anyone else can do it too. And with all my gratitude always, if you liked anything about this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit that hit that button to subscribe, not the notification, but the notification button if you want to know when I will release a new video next. And Alex, I know I'm wearing my sweater. I did not leave it at the gym today. I actually just wore it straight from the gym. And I will see you next time.